Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Now it's late. Tom Daly's new minuscule Olympic budgie smuggler's late. Let's hope Tom didn't catch a cold and have to go to bed early. Because waiting in the wings, keeping us all up late, broadcaster and historian Susanna Lipscomb is here to tell us why buildings matter in the world of power and politics. And if you think your views matter, you couldn't be more wrong, as we continue to ignore all of your comments on the Twitter, the Fleecebook, What's Happening, Snap Numpty, and of course Gordon Brown's intergalactic chatbot. Now, when the This Week studio got a makeover, we were asked for our input. Being incredibly cool, I suggested a hipster vibe of bare filament light bulbs, cracked subway towels, blue nun in recycled jam jars. The full beard, as some East Londoners say these days. But according to Michael, who knows a thing or two about fancy interior design, that look was already passé. And lucky for you that his singular vision won the day and explains why we now sit here before you in the neon pink glow of a budget recreation of a 1980s Tom Cruise movie called Cocktail. So next time, it's my turn. And I've decided to get my own cowboy builders. Here's The Economist magazine's Anne Mcelvoy with a refurbished parliamentary roundup of the week.
Parliament announced a major refurbishment of Big Ben this week, and the chaps in the studio were on the sofa talking about it back when it was first being installed in 1859. So the producers thought I could renovate the This Week broom cupboard, or studio as they like to call it, and sent me to get an NVQ in construction studies. Theresa May, the Home Secretary, isn't usually one for stirring things up. But when she gave a speech this week nailing her support for the EU Remain cause, she added a surprise extension, slating the European Court of Human Rights.
The ECHR combined the hands of Parliament adds nothing to our prosperity, makes us less secure by preventing the deportation of dangerous foreign nationals, and does nothing to change the attitudes of governments like Russia's when it comes to human rights. So regardless of the EU referendum, my view is this. If we want to reform human rights laws in this country, it isn't the EU we should leave, but the ECHR and the jurisdiction of its court.
There have been rumours of a possible watering down of the government school academy plans. And Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn pressed David Cameron on whether a U-turn was becoming a concrete proposal.
It's been reported that the government is considering allowing good local authorities to form multi-academy trusts. Ironically, this would actually give local authorities more responsibility for running schools than they have now.
Well, as I said last week, and it's good, I like repeats on television, I'm very happy to have them in the House as well. As I said last week, outstanding schools have nothing to fear from becoming academies, and indeed have a lot to gain. And just because a school is outstanding or good doesn't mean it can't have further improvement.
Last-ditch attempts in Parliament this week to avert a junior doctors' strike didn't pay off. Many of them stopped providing emergency care, a first in the NHS. And Labour's Dennis Skinner couldn't resist having a dig at the Health Secretary's poorly constructed solutions.
He could start negotiations today, wipe that smirk off his face, get down to some serious negotiations. It's had to be done in the past, but instead he comes into here to try and blame the opposition for what's taking place.
The Junior Doctors Committee of the BMA were not willing to have those constructive discussions, which is why we face the tragic situation we face now. And I hope he recognises, when he says it takes two sides, that we do need a counterparty that we can have sensible negotiations with, and we haven't had that this time.
But Labour had trouble too, forced to suspend the backbencher Naz Shah over claims that she'd made anti-Semitic comments before she became an MP.
I accept and understand that the words I used caused upset and hurt to the Jewish community, and I deeply regret that. Anti-Semitism is racism, full stop. As an MP, I will do everything in my power to build relations between Muslims, Jews and people of different faiths and none. I truly regret what I did, and I sincerely hope that this House will accept my profound apology.
You're Nazi apologist. You're Nazi apologist, rewriting history.
Some may have thought that would have drawn a line under the matter, but no. Former London Mayor Ken Livingstone defended Naz Shah in a radio interview today and ventured unwisely into historical analysis, adding that Hitler was supporting Zionism before he went mad and ended up killing 6 million Jews. His remarks then prompted these extraordinary scenes on a staircase in Westminster.
You need help. You need help. Factually wrong. No. Factually wrong. Racist remarks.
Go and check your history.
Check my history.
That was the policy they ran on in 32.
You've lost
was
it.
to deport all
You
the
have
Jews
lost
of
it.
Germany to Israel.
Mr Livingstone has since been suspended from the party amid a gathering storm. It's been a week of carefully constructed votes and propositions at Westminster. But this time in a week, the political landscape could look very different as the public gets to have its say in elections across the UK. In local council elections in England, the Mayor of London and London Assembly, the Welsh Assembly, the Scottish Parliament, the Northern Ireland Assembly, and the Police and Crime Commissioner elections. Now, what else might need a little repair and restoration to stop the cracks from showing? Andrew? Michael? Alan? No job too small?